Hi everyone, thank you for being here today. I just want to give a huge thanks to the SDSU Art Council for your support and scholarship and for giving me the chance to show my work today. So my name is Alejandra Cruz. I go by Ali. I am a SDSU senior. I'll be graduating next week. And my work focuses mainly in illustration and incorporating animation in it. I just like to make fun characters. So this is a picture of me in Prague, and you'll see how I ended up there in a little bit. But I just wanted to show you, a lot of people ask how my name is written. So it's not you. So my story begins, I was born here in San Diego, but I've lived in Tijuana all of my life. And being part of a border city has really influenced my life. It's giving me my identity of who I am as a person, and I don't think anywhere I've been has had the sort of feeling and atmosphere of what it is to live here in a border city. When I was 8 years old, my family suffered a lot of losses. My grandma, uncle, and dad passed away within a span of 1 year. And very short after my dad passed away, my mom made the decision to have me and my sister come over here to the U.S. to study in a private school where we would learn English and just go to that way of living. And my mom has been a huge supporter of me. She's always encouraging me, and she supports my art fully, which I'm very grateful to have that support. And she's the one who actually enrolled me in all of those extracurricular art classes, which gave me the foundation for my art courses. So after high school, I enrolled at SDSU as a graphic design student, but I was taking art foundation courses again. And I was really disappointed because I didn't want to be doing color wheels and value studies again over and over. But then I decided to take an illustration class, and I changed my emphasis to multimedia, which would allow me to, go into animation a little bit and illustration and be a little bit more free. But I still was kind of disillusioned with the whole thing. I wasn't finding my voice as an artist. And something I don't mention is that I suffer from depression, especially my freshman year of college. It was a hard time for me to find my identity as a person, and I was stuck in this routine where, I was only going to school, crossing the border, and coming back home. There was nothing else in that time. So I took a job at the International Student Center to break away from that, and there was where I met a lot of wonderful people from many cultures, and I also got to meet a representative from a university in Hamburg, Germany, and she encouraged me to apply. And through SDSU's exchange program, I got to go for a full year to Hamburg, Germany, studying illustration. And it was such a wonderful experience for me, and it was full of opportunities that I could have never dreamed of having. In my first semester there, I had a book illustration class, and we were tasked with doing 5 illustrations to submit for the Bologna Children's Book Fair. And I submitted them. I didn't win anything, but it was such a intense task. I had a whole semester to do these illustrations and come up with the story. And I ended up going later, and it was eye-opening and seeing that there were so many types of styles and books. My spring semester, I started doing animation. I didn't know anything, but I just went right into it. I started animating, having no rules or anything. I just gave myself the freedom to do so. And then I also took a very intensive storytelling, bookmaking class that was 48 hours to make books. So we had to come up with story, characters, and everything. And this was a time where I really realized that I wanted to keep telling stories. And this is one of them. It's a book about a vegan werewolf who is misunderstood by his family. But by this point, I had kind of solidified my style or the type of thing that I wanted to do. And this is something that I did, and kind of, as you say, thank you to Hamburg for giving me such a welcoming home for a year. Coming back, I had a lot of time a summer to think about what I wanted to do after and for this last year as a senior at SDSU. And I decided to start as a sort of apprenticeship with two Tijuana-based artists, Lisa Martinez and David Pena. And they've been super encouraging about the type of work that I do and supportive. And it allowed me to take a look at what it takes to be an artist, an independent artist especially, and kind of modified like my style and pushed me to keep going and doing what I liked. I also like to go and do comics, so a lot of my work has no words in it or very few words. And this is a story that I also made in the story telling class, the bookmaking one, about a frog who has to get eaten. And then this past spring, I actually got the chance to showcase some work at the SDSU Open Studios. And it was a really nice thing that happened because it kind of told me, it was like a sign that, you know, what I was doing was right, and it was just happening all so fast. But that's a close-up of the work that I submitted, and I'm really proud of this piece because it's kind of like the work that I want to keep doing, where it's a story, it's a still image, but it tells you a story, and within that story there's many possibilities to it. And so moving forward in the near future, I actually just recently took up an offer for an internship in New York, where I'll be doing illustration and animation at a company. So, yeah. So I'll be doing things like this, but a little bit more professional.
Great, wonderful.
Yeah, thank you.